Art students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back again with another video. And today we're going to do, what are we going to do today? We're going to do something today. Action pose position, a quick action pose position. I'm still on the hunt to do my 10-minute video, so I'm going to try on this one. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. We're just going to do this position, see how it comes out without going off to the side somewhere. All right, so let's start this position. I want to give it a little curve, It's going to be quick, so you kind of just watch, and then, you just watch. So this is basically the motion that I'm looking for right here. Then I can do my center line. I can do the torso, keeping in mind where the leg is going to stop. So I'm going to do the torso. Don't do your torso too long. And then I'm going to do my waist, my side. Here's my other side coming down. So this torso is actually going to be kind of curved around because it is a ball. So it's not going to be sucked in. It's going to be curved around. And then I'm going to do my hips, my waist. So I'm losing my curve. So I want to keep this, and I'm going to curve this around like that. So this center line is going to be right there, the roof of that house, the roof of that house. So you have that going in here, and you have that coming out there. So if I do my abs here, and then the inside of the abs, or the rib cage is going to be like right here. The abs going to come here and curve around there, following that line, coming here and then curve around there, following that line. Let's put the little man junk right here. And so this one, I'm going to bring his leg up. I'm going to bring his leg up, so that's going to be like this. When you bend your legs, they take on a different shape. I can remember how to get that shape right. So this is going to be the knee right here. This other leg is going to be out. So remember, we got that where that hip is right here. So we have that love handle right here, and that goes right into that. The rib cage here. I know it's messy, but it is a quick sketch. Try to get into my 10 minutes. Remembering your distance between something. This is a cylinder oval. My knee, and I want it to be turned. I don't want the knee to be at the top. The knee is going to be kind of like in the middle somewhere. So this is going to be the center line right here. Knee is going to be right here. And not going to be right in the middle, but it's going to be more like over here. Bring that down, give it a little calf. Right there, curve that around. And that foot is going to be somewhere like this. Maybe not that pointed. So actually you can see he's flying or jumping or kind of more like flying-ish. So the bottom part of that leg is going to be here. And then that foot is going to be turned in. Because he's going that way, so the foot is not going to be pointed that way. So this is going to come in a little bit more, and then it's going to come right around that knee and come in, and this part is going to be a V, and you're going to have the other part of that right there. So his knee is going to be here. Part here goes around that calf, give your calf a little more shape to it. A lot of lines with this blue pencil, so that might be a little high for me, so I will chop it down. So I'm going to move this forward. I'm going to bring this forward. Well, he's going to be leaning forward, so I'm going to give that V shape. The chest is going to be right above the tunnel or mountain. I haven't really 100% decided what I was going to call it. So of course the V or the collarbone comes right over top of the delts, except when he's leaning forward. So you're going to see a little bit more. You're going to see a little more of the circle. So as I said, this would be right at the top right here, and move it up a little bit. Talking fast because I'm drawing fast. Up a little bit because he's leaning forward. So I'm going to drop that head down. So that shoulder is going to go almost close to the ear, where the ear is going to be. Have to get that head the right size. I'm looking in the monitor and it is crooked, and I always draw crooked. That's because I always draw from the side. My paper's always to the side. Looking at this in the monitor, and I'm seeing a whole different picture. Might have to drop that head a little bit, but let's see, chest, of course. This tells me where to turn that chest, and it goes up here for the delt. This arm is going to come out. That's just a cylinder, remember, oval, and then you get your cone, because it has a triangle. Chop that wrist off, and put that hand where you want to put it. I think I might bring it up a little bit more. All you have to do is shorten it. Still going to be that cone. You shorten it a little bit, chop the wrist off where you want to be, where you want that hand to go, and then you're just giving it a little more foreshortening. This might be a little long, so I can always do that. This one's going to come down. This goes back, and this arm is going to come out right here. And of course my fisto. Like that. So that is the basic position we're going to use. So now at this point, what I need to do is kind of step back and look at it and see what's going on here. Something like in here, I'm not happy in here. Maybe move that over a little bit. And every drawing does not have to have killer abs. So this is where I switch to my red, one with half a point on it, half a point. What do we got? 7 minutes? Can I finish this up in 10 minutes? Not if I'm doing detail. If I leave it in the blue like this, I could do it, but I haven't found it yet. So your delts are delts. These are your delts. This is your traps. Your traps are going to be round like this. And then they're going to come in right in the center of that. So if I say do this, give it a little more, and then I'll put this here. My eraser that always likes to hide, so it's going to probably take about 10 minutes just to find that thing. Or more. This is where I need to cut it at. I hate cutting the video because in editing is even worse, because I'm using an old program instead of learning my new program that I bought. That's just me and computers. I'm lazy. I don't want to try to learn new things, which is not good, because they don't work. You already got it down. You already have everything you need down. You know how it works. And then they come along and they want to change it on you, and like, oh, this program is no longer effective. We're gonna, take it off the market, and nothing's going to work. You can't download anything, and we're going to give you this particular one to use because we want to make more money off of you. That's all it is. So then you have to learn all this new stuff, and it never works because it just doesn't work. It works eventually, but in the beginning, and that's the part that frustrates me. All right, so let's get this ab right. Going in. And then coming back out, going in there, and then coming out. Just draw the abs. And I am seriously considering changing my style of drawing. Why, Brian? It works. I don't know. I don't know. Something I've been looking at, some gaming stuff, and I kind of like some of the art styles. which wouldn't be too far for me to do because it's just changing the muscles. And at this point, I don't like this. Something in here I don't like. Maybe the leg was too fat. I don't know. When you rush the drawing, the drawing gets rushed. Bring that foot back a little bit. Make it a little bigger. It's a little size 7 foot now. I used to use red all the time, but for some reason, once I discovered blue, I like blue better. Red is just, it's just a dominating color now for whatever reason. Here's my knee. It's this. This is bugging me. And as I say, if you see something that you don't, that's like bugging you and you really can't put your finger on it, that's when you stop and you walk away. Because this is going to be round like this. This is going to be round. From there, your love handle comes in. This, if one side is stretching, the other side is pinching. I think my love handles were too small, too small. Something about that red. Get off of that red, Brian. Get off that red. That's the final color. Let's do this. Up 13 minutes. Something wrong. I can't see it. I know it, but I just can't see it. Get off the red. Chest goes around. This comes out. This goes around too. This is under. This comes here. The love handle is here. This is your hip. This is where the leg comes out at. This could go down a little more. Head should be this way. So much junk on my table. My arm is hitting it. I have to get that neck in there. That neck is there and there. Chin is too low. So bring that chin up some more. Try that. Might be too high now. Base of that neck comes into a V, which comes right there at the connections of your delts. Your collarbone, center of the collarbone is the center of the chest for you beginner artists. Remember, the collarbone comes right out to the top of the delts, which is these right here, which are these right here. So this. Something about that has really got me. Okay, so this is my love handle right here. And I use this as like a guideline for knowing where the hips go and where the stomach comes out, where the stomach centers. Because it goes all the way down into the crotch, and the crotch. It's getting better, but drop this chest a little bit more. "16 minutes, chest is better. Huh. Let's do this. Maybe that's what, and I can't find a bloody eraser. Where did you go to? Did you fall? I need to put a tracker on the thing. I got a new one, but I surely don't want to open it. I don't know. Brian, get your material together before you start your video. Yeah, no. All right, let me scan my floor real quick since I done passed my 10-minute mark and I still don't see it. Clean up the junky desk, your area. Wow. Okay. All right, so let's do this with this eraser, which is not the greatest eraser. I'm going to bring that leg up. Let me try that. Blue Pinto. All right, so this is going to be up higher. It's going to be here. So you have a dip in your leg right here. I guess I'm going to go into teacher mode right here because this is where the junk fits at in that leg, especially when that leg comes up. Now you can have it all kind of roundish, or you can make it long, more like an oval, depending on how much it goes up and down. Teacher mode comes out, so I'm going to put the knee here. If I put the knee right here in the center, that means that leg is all the way up. I have to change the shape just a little bit, so I'm going to put the knee here. Brings it up a little higher. And then the bottom part that's tucked up under that leg, you won't see too much of it. Did that change it any? Because that foot is still kind of right there. A little. And let's move this foot, change this foot a little. I still wanted him to be more bent over. I think that's what I'm seeing, but I'm not seeing it at the same time. I'm not seeing the bend that I want. And it's those slight, that foot should actually be pointed in a little bit more. It's those slight little things that makes your picture all the better. But it's still hanging down too much. Let me do this. Okay, so this is going to be round. This is going to be round. This is going to be round too. To bend the person over, or to bend your character over, you're going to have to drop the chest down more, and this is a V-ish enough. It goes into a V shape. Let me work on the chest. I'm realizing how much I need that eraser. What a big part of my life it is. Not my life, but the drawing. I don't know. This is one I'm going to have to like stop and come back to, because something this simple shouldn't be so bad. I'm going to have to make his shoulders go out a little more wider. Here it looks good. In the monitor, which is there, it's a whole different ball game. Truth be told, this was a frustrating day today, and all artists have this. I've been trying to get a website up, didn't work. I've been trying to get my book online, didn't work. I've been working with an animator to do some stuff, not working. So it's like everything I tried today just did not really want to work. And now something simple. So I said, let me just do a simple drawing just to, make it a little better for me today. And a little simple drawing like this is giving me hell. So I always say, if it's not working, then stop. Completely stop. And then my eraser is gone. Frustrating. No, I don't have any eraser. That's just an empty pack. I know I have one somewhere. I thought this was my new one. It's gone. It left me. All right, so I'm going to cut this and then come back when I've got all my junk together like a professional. All right, art students, I am back. This is a new day and a new Brian. As you see, I found it, tried to run away, got my pencil sharpened, and I am back like a full-time grown-up artist. No more of that schoolboy whining because this didn't work, that didn't work. So let's get on with this drawing. We all have days, okay? As artists, I think our days are worse than other people's days because we know we have that creativeness in us and it just doesn't want to come out. I don't know why. All right, so what I'm going to do with this, I looked at this and looked at this and looked at this, and I think I kind of figured out what I want to do to it. So one of the things I want to do is I want to pull this arm back. And when I was younger, I would watch like these artists draw and how they would erase all the time and then redo it. And I'm like, well, that was good. That was good. Why did they erase? But, as I get older now, I see why they do it, because it's not what they want at that time. They want something bigger. So because this arm is pulled back, this chest is going to pull a little bit more too. Now I can tilt this over. Let's say I'll bring this up and this down. And those are those are the little tweaks that you want to do. This torso could be going this way and the hips could be going that way. Little tweaks that make it look a little better, bent over a little better. So when you first come down all the way around, that's going to be your first set of abs. There are different ways to do abs, because I would do like this here, the bone there, and sometimes I might still do it, I might not. But I'm going to show you a couple things, and I'm going to fast forward it because I'm going to tweak it a little bit more, and I don't want this to be so very long. I'm going to lift this leg up more, and I'm going to bend this knee here. So I'm going to probably bring it up here, but as I said, I'm going to play around with it, and I could extend this torso a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to let you guys know what I'm going to do before I speed it up, because I'm not going to talk while I'm doing it. One last look, and let me see what I've got going on. So that's going to go back. The arm's probably going to go back, and this is going to lift up, and this is going to get bent down. So enough of the jibber jabber, as Mr. T would say. Let's get it on. so here we are once again with a better drawing. It's in you, artists, art students, it's in you. It's just that sometimes it may take a minute to come out. Sometimes the pipes get clogged up. But whenever you draw and it just doesn't work, just know that it didn't drain away. It's just backed up somewhere, and then just keep going and you'll get it just step by step. If you have to break it down to work it out, then just break down each body part and work it out. Try to take one step at a time or one piece at a time and keep going. So I'm going to ink this, and this is where you actually are supposed to stop, walk away, and come back, and then you can see if you have something that you need to fix, because once you ink it and you see it later and it's messed up, that's when the headache starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and I'm going to walk away and get some sugar in me, and then come back and then throw that ink down. I could drop this arm down a little bit more, but I don't know. I'll look at it when I come back, when I actually come back. All right, be back in a sec. All right, actually, I didn't really step away that long. I looked at it, flipped it back over, and I wasn't upset with it. So I'm going to ink this. I'm going to ink this quickly. Yeah, so not to waste any more time, and then just as I ink, I'm going to ink slow and then find out if there are any areas I really need to fix. So grab an ink pen and let's get to inking. And as of course, I'm going to fast motion this with 005. I always use a 005. You can't see this number because it's kind of worn out. I like these because they're really small. And while I've got that, let me show you this before I start inking. And this was, hold on one second. Let's erase this bit of information right here because you guys be getting all up in my stuff. So anyway, this was what I started. I was sketching yesterday, just playing around. Or was it yesterday, the day before yesterday? Whatever it was. I was sketching and I was like, you know what, that'd be kind of a nice little position. So I came out with the one that I fixed, and it was not really close to that. And I said, okay, look at that. And yeah, that was what I was going for. And this is what I've got. So yeah, I'm going to ink now. No, I almost forgot what I was about to say. This is a 005, and this, I like this because if I'm drawing a face, like on this little ratty character right here, I can do, you know, it's just a really nice point on it so that I can get in detail. And I try to ink all of my stuff with the 005, and if I need to come back with a thicker one to do like some line weights, I'll get just a thicker pen. And it's a big difference between, you know, that line it laid out, that line it lays out, and that line it lays out. This is a 3. Yeah, it's a 3. Now, does it make a difference what pens I use? I use whatever is cheapest at the time, but most of the times it's the Faber-Castell, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, so, but I just bought a pack of these microns. Faber-Castell. Okay, anyway, now we're going to ink. All right, here you are with the final product. If I could stop inking. And most times I always go over the body with a thicker pen. Two reasons: to give it line weight so that it won't look so thin. And if you have it's the difference between a string and a rope. You know, you look at a rope and it's much thicker, you know it's stronger. So if all of this was just thin lines, it just wouldn't look as powerful as it would be if I had made a copy of it and then I added line weight to it. You would see the difference. And then two, if I color this in Photoshop or something like that, I won't have any open areas for the color to bleed out of. So it's kind of always a good idea to do that, to go and just go over your lines. See, I'll keep looking at this and I'll just be picking at it and playing with it until I do something that I don't like, and then I'll just get upset, because we do that as artists. We get a good drawing and then we mess it up. So, okay, that's going to be it for this video, because I will ramble and I will keep looking and I will find other things to do, like add shadow around here. But you know what time it is. It's time to go home or eat lunch or whatever it is that you are doing. And I was going to put some like water, like he's coming out of water, something like he's Aquaman, or, you know, just splashing out of some kind of rubble or whatever. But yeah, not today, not today. Maybe later if I put it in my drawing book, my next drawing book. So I will see you guys later in the next video. And don't forget, if you're not having fun doing it, it's not fun to do. And to please tell a friend so that I can start getting these more subscriptions. And then I can do this full time, give you guys some much better content, because I have much more time to work on it. All right, so that's going to be it. See you guys. Come back every Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday and Sunday. Catch my videos. All right, I'm out. I'm rambling. See you later.